All right, guys, and we are coming back here for part 2 of the Dota Radio Morning Show, episode 16. We're back in 720p. Sorry about that. Did have to reset the stream, but I think we are all set now. And it looks like we are good indeed. We are on the line with none other than the Dota Demon himself, Jimmy Hill, with us. Demon, how are you today, my friend?
I'm tired of shit, bro. Just woke up.
Yeah, late night.
Yeah,
Have a crazy Thanksgiving.
just streaming. Viewers love me, love them.
Good man.
Good man. Yeah, sacrificing your Thanksgiving for the good of the Dota scene. I can get behind it.
Oh no, I had Thanksgiving too.
I had. I see. So talk to us about Korea, man. That's pretty exciting news that Charlie kept us in the dark about. I had no idea until I sat down this morning and someone linked it to me. What's up? How did that come about? And, what's your take? Are you excited? Are you nervous? You ship out on December 1st, which is coming up in just a couple of days here. I imagine you have a lot to do coming up in the next 2 days.
Oh yeah, buddy. I actually leave. I leave in like 24 hours or so. I arrive on the 1st, I believe.
Oh, okay.
March just pretty much approached me, asked me if I had a new team yet. I said, no. And he desperately needed a player because the player that he wanted couldn't make it for whatever reasoning it was. And the tournament starts in as soon as I arrived 2 days later, and I was like, he kept going on about it, saying like I really need you, to come to Korea and help me play, obviously for Nexon, and we'll see what happens after that. And I basically told him, I don't think I'm gonna stay to Korea or stay at Korea after. I'm just gonna like come for the tournament just to help him out because I have plans for myself in 2014. And we kind of worked out a deal, and that's pretty much it, or what it came down to. And so I'll just be competing the next on season 2 for a month, and then after that I'll be going home. And I believe they'll have things worked out with their last player after, and so they basically wouldn't need me.
Well, that's pretty exciting. Quite the opportunity. Do you have any familiarity with the 4 players that are on MVP.Phoenix right now? March, Heen, Forev, and Ryzen, I guess is how you say it.
I don't know. This is pretty clowny, but well, March I've played with them back in 2011 or 2010. I don't know how long ago, but back in Nirvana Int, he was our 6th player, and he's always been a good friend to myself and Fear, like longtime friends and buddies for over, I don't know, like over 5-6 years now. And I've always kept in contact with them. And even when he made the move to Korea when Nexon picked up Dota 2, in regards to Heen, he played in Dota 1. I don't know. He went to the military. Just recently came back. March says he has a lot of faith in him. He's good. I spoke to him when I was in the Nexon Invitational Super Match as well. He's a cool guy. He speaks English. As for the rest of the team, I don't know. They don't. March told me they barely speak or understand English, so I don't know how this is gonna work out. But
Well, that's gonna be fun.
well, I guess so.
Wow.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, still a cool opportunity though. So are you pumped up? Were you excited at this opportunity, or is this just one of those kind of I would be stupid not to accept, but this is sort of a crunch time, a little stressful?
I call it one of a YOLO moment for me, just because it was so spontaneous.
Right.
Where he just approached me and he needed an answer right now, and I was like, "Give me a couple hours." He was like, "Fine, but I need an answer." And he's like, I was like, "Fuck." And I just thought about my schedule, and like, yeah, I'm gonna miss New Year's Eve, or not New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve and Christmas, but I want to be back for New Year's because I had plans and everything. And I asked him when the tournament, how long the tournament will be, and like, I was like, is it possible if you could find another player? Because like, I think it's better for your team overall, and I don't want to make it seem like I just want to go to compete and take like it's free money and then just go back home. I don't want like people to think badly of MVP or myself or any of that sort of in that regards. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to wake up here, but Yeah, overall though, I am excited. Korea was fun. I think Charlie can confirm how much of a good time we had. Nexon treated us well. They're really accommodating, and this will be my first time actually playing on a well,
Foreign
East,
team.
yeah. Well, no, I played on a foreign team. I was like an MYM with four Danish players, but
Yeah, but this is like a foreign team.
Yeah, this
like
is
an
really
Eastern.
foreign.
Yeah. Oh, this is yeah. They don't speak English.
Yeah.
This is pretty. This is as foreign as it gets, I guess.
Charlie, you can vouch for said good time in Korea.
I can vouch for a set good time in Korea. I can confirm.
So, DeMoN, talk to us about 2014. Do you have any teasers or any plans that you can reveal for us, or is that all still super secret in the works?
Super secret in the works.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't even know if anything's gonna happen. It's just if everything plays its part correctly, then the shit will be real.
All
That's
right.
all I'm gonna say.
Shit will be
But
real. You guys heard it here
uh,
first. It's getting
yeah.
serious.
But I don't know. I don't know the likeliness of it. But like I said, and I've said numerous of times, nothing will get in the way of me to attend TI4 as a player, and I'm
Okay.
gonna try my best.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
What
go
if will those plans go out the window if in Korea you finally meet Young Jae and then you form a Korean pop duo?
That is a possibility actually because
that could derail the plans here.
I am possibly dyeing my hair when I get out there. I mentioned this to Charlie before, but we didn't have the time to do so. I'm not gonna do a blonde. I'm gonna do like a slick light brown or something. Like it's like all the Koreans have it. And
Yeah.
we'll
That's pretty
see.
trendy.
Better stream from Korea, man, so we can see that.
Yeah, seriously.
I'll stream from Korea for sure if I have time.
Yeah, that's awesome. So and you kind of touched on it here, I guess. I was going to ask about future playing, casting. Have you thought about that at all? Do you see sort of playing as something that you can continue doing right now, and you can sort of quit and transition into casting at any time? Would you say that that's pretty accurate? Do you have an interest in perhaps casting in the future, or right now is your focus just purely as a player?
After my departure from EG, I already looked really into casting. I even applied for the whole MLG thing because they were looking for casters.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh,
And
Chris.
well, of course, I don't know if I'm even allowed to say it, but yeah, I got approved. But then I realized, like, what am I doing? I still have like the skill and potential to play versus the
Right.
best, compete versus the best, and be the best. And like, as for casting, all in all, like, I think it's just something I know I could work on. It's just like it'll take me a little bit to get used to, from either the play-by-play or getting better with like the analysis. Because my knowledge in the game is pretty as good as it gets. Because of course I'm a pro player and all, but it's just something that can easily be worked on, and
Yeah.
it's just not something I'm looking into anymore because it's not something I should or want to do. I
Okay.
want to pursue being a pro player.
Yeah, fair enough. And I've heard a lot of people say, especially if you have that professional experience, it's a lot easier to transition into casting. Once you kind of run out of options in your player career, it's a lot harder to transition into playing once you've sort of lost that momentum and started casting. So I can certainly empathize with that. Very exciting. Some folks have been asking, any plans to work with Arteezy in 2014? That could be the beginnings of a pretty scary North American powerhouse with DeMoN and Arteezy leading up the ranks.
No comment, just quoting Arteezy, but
All
this
right.
is a quote from Arteezy.
Okay.
Take 5 2.0.
Okay. All right. Little
Didn't
teasers
come from
coming
me.
out.
It's a pretty exciting.
Well, I don't know. That's on him. This is not for me. This is.
All right. We'll have to get Arteezy on so we can grill him about his 2014 plans. Okay, so talk to us about MLG Columbus. I know you were there. I bumped into you at least once. Macroscopic, what was your take on the event? Good, bad, neutral? Did you have a good time? Any thoughts about the event as a whole?
I think the event was enjoyable, yet depressing all at the same time. I mean, like watching all the players compete and how, of course, how passionate they are about it. It's just made me. This was my very first event that I attended, first Dota event that I attended, and did not get to compete in. So I mean, like when I was packing my stuff, I was looking at my keyboard, mouse, and I was like, well, this is it, boys. Like, this is, I don't need you guys. And, you know, it sounds funny, but it's like, kitty, like, I don't know, it's really sad, like, at
Yeah.
the end of the day.
Yeah.
But, you know, as soon as I left, I had troubles getting there. I missed my flight because of insane traffic.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, what's wrong with me in MLG? You know, first take 5, we get disqualified, and then Dignitas disbanded, and you know, they pulled the plug out on us, and
Right.
this happened. I was like, man, why does this? I'm cursed. Like MLG, like something's gonna happen, man. I don't know. And well, I got lucky. I got fortunate enough, but I boarded on the next flight 2 hours later.
Mhm.
Finally got there, and you know, about the event overall, you know, finally I arrived. I met Adam, you know, the rest of the Dota guys. But as for the event overall, like if everyone's comparing it to like TI, it's as close as it gets. I mean, there were some problems that I know because all the players were complaining about was the booths,
I heard
the
the chairs
on-stage
were an
booths.
issue, huh?
Well, not, I wouldn't say the chair entirely. That was just EE being a whiner, but
Using
Can
two
confirm.
Ouch.
Can confirm.
yeah, but no, I mean, okay, the chairs, yeah, I understand. That is understandable because you know everyone's a different height and it might be annoying for others.
Right.
But aside from that, it was the tables that were too close and the monitors are like in front of your face, with the desk not being long enough or wide enough. So like you're really scrunched up when you're actually playing. You know, your keyboard and your mouse is like really up front, like next to the monitor, and you have no room, no space to move around.
Yeah.
So
Not
that's
very
the only main
ergonomic.
issue. Yeah. And I mean, like overall, they treated you really great. I mean, there was a back room to practice in if you needed to practice and warm up. If you needed help, if you needed anything to change, like you know, all the whole MLG staff was like on task, and they were, I don't know, they're good with everything, good with the players, and the event as all, it was really well organized. The production value was nice, and yeah, I liked it. It was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good event. Apparently one of the new dogs here is going apeshit. My apologies for that bit of light barking in the background. But yeah, it was a pretty interesting tournament. Were you excited to see Speed turn around their 0-3 opener and end with a 5-0 streak and then straight into the finals?
I don't know. After the first day, I mean, I was talking to Arteezy a lot throughout the whole event, and he's like, "What happened, guys? What went wrong?" It was just like I don't know. And then I showed him the next day. You know how Reddit made a post on his day 1 score and day 2, like 221 and 28, and then a
Yeah.
huge significant change from like 54 18. I was like, he was like, "Yeah, man, I was just warming up. First LAN, got my nerves out of the way." Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like at the same time, I guess he wasn't in his comfort zone, and once he did, he feels like, oh, it feels like it's playing at home. It felt like I was playing like at home, and you know, he just played like the Arteezy.
Yeah. So, were you surprised to see DK make it to the finals? We asked a lot of people what they thought going into the event, and pretty much everyone thought they wouldn't make the top 4. Were you surprised to see them perform so well on LAN in America?
I was skeptical about them making top 4. The reason being was they were recently struggling in all the other events or competitions they were playing in, so I was kind of skeptical about it. But at the same time, they're all like veterans in Dota. They've been, you know, burning Dota 1, Dota 2. I mean, they're a successful team, high in individually talented players,
Right.
and like Sigma coming top 4 was no surprise for me either, considering the fact that they are a best of 1. They're really great at a best of 1. You know, every team can confirm it. They're a best of 1 team, and they can, because they run some cheesy ass strats.
I'm not sure if
and-
that's a compliment or an insult. A best of 1 team? Is that just because
Well,
you catch them
it's
off guard
'cause they're
once and that's how they win?
Yeah,
And
they're good at catching teams off guard.
then once you adapt,
think
it's
that's-
all over.
To a point.
Yeah.
To a point, I guess.
There's definitely some truth to that. They do like to pull out different strats than what's happening
It's
in the
not.
meta. So.
It's yeah. It's not definitely not intended to be a direct flame because I think highly of what's his name.
the fucking
Fucking
angry.
mad.
The fucking
Fucking
mad.
angry.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Fade as well. They have pretty good leadership and overall.
Yeah.
Really smart players because I heard him theory crafting back with like there's just him and Puppy and they were just talking about the game and basically what went wrong for him, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, you guys know a lot more about the game than I thought. Well, of course, but I mean in terms of strategically, you know,
Right.
thinking outside of the box and running these crazy strats. So yeah.
So what do you think about Liquid on LAN?
Liquid on land. uh, Liquid on land. I don't know. I don't know how to comment on this. This liquid on land. MLG liquid on land. There you go.
Jesus.
I don't know.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. All right, fair enough.
I didn't say anything. Like the thing.
You didn't have to say anything.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, I mean, okay. Well,
Oh my god.
I don't know what's.
That ain't me.
No, that's me. Failed production value today. Between the dogs and the phone. Oh my god, somebody plug the phone back in. Continue. Let me unplug this thing.
Okay, well, that's pretty distracting for me to answer, but I'll try my best. Liquid on land. I think. I don't know. I don't really want to go into details here. I'm just gonna flame it. I don't want to.
I feel like you've already said enough.
I don't know why, but they do end up choking on LAN. They play extraordinary online, but when it comes to LAN, I don't know if it's nerves or if the teams play better and Liquid stays the same. People study them, whatever it is. But I just, as far as I know, and it's been like this, that Liquid does end up choking on LAN because I expected them to go all the way, and I thought highly of them. I thought they'd make it to top 4, especially with the new roster. I believe this is their first LAN,
Yeah.
or am I mistaken?
No, they went to Korea.
Oh, yeah, I guess I forgot about that. If I remember that, I wouldn't have placed them top 4. But
It was- well,
I didn't think about their performance in Korea at all. But in regards to all their online matches and how many teams they've been, like beating Navi, beating Alliance, and
Yeah.
I don't know. They just choke on that, and that's just it. I haven't really figured it out why. Because I was sitting behind them, watching them, analyzing them. Like I've mainly watched like Speed, EG, and Liquid. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. They just choke on land.
Yeah, some of it is just experience, I think. Getting used to traveling and being there and just the natural stressors of being on LAN and not sleeping well in between days and all that stuff. I don't know. I guess some of it will take time. I mean, the North American teams are disadvantaged on that front because we have LANs so infrequently here in North America compared to the Chinese scene and the Europeans.
they're all pretty seasoned LAN players at this point now.
I guess that's true. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt here, Charlie, and you're making it hard.
Man,
All right.
I'm gonna give them benefit of the doubt. Say they're starting a game. They're starting a series against Alliance in 10 minutes.
Okay, they're starting a series against Alliance
That's on
right now
LAN.
in the losers
That's on
bracket
LAN.
of DreamHack, and my money's on Alliance. Boom, there you go. I mean, wait, no, fuck, my money's on Liquid. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Freudian slip right there. Damn it.
Benefit of the doubt, man.
All right, I totally screwed that one up. That was a Freudian slip to the max. Alliance will probably take it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, before Bobo even came to the tournament, I told him, dude, you better at least make top 3. He was like, there's only 4 teams here. I was like, LOL, I know. Well, I mean, still, top 3 is still nice, though, you know. So it's it goes onto your record. It's like made a top 3 placement. No one really says, "Oh, I'm top 4 in this."
That's true. Yeah, it does get kind of lost in the. Yeah, that's a good point. Fair enough, for sure. So, DeMoN, I have to say, I don't quite understand the context of this question, but I was told that it would ring true. How about that Jimmy game?
Oh my god. Fucking Charlie, man. How about that Jimmy game?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't really know what the Jimmy game is, to be perfectly frank.
Who's Frank? No, that was just a joke.
That's funny.
I don't know, man. It's just people are saying like that Jimmy game. I'm like, what is that? And I was like, you know.
What do you mean you don't know what that is? You know what that is.
No, I just don't know, man. It's just I leave it. It's me being a personality, and people are being judgmental. That's the best way to put it.
Aw. Are your
Yes.
feelings hurt?
That's not the Jimmy game.
Oh, it's part of it. It is. People just judge me. That's all it is. People are judging me from
What are
my
they judging you for?
just everything. Being
Just being you?
just being me. Just being me. Yes.
That's a hard life.
It's hard knock life.
Oh man. So how's the stream been going? You making a little bit of side cash to that ad rev?
Yeah, it's making some okay income. I mean, on the bright side of 2014, I am allowed to say it, but having a personal sponsorship as well as I'm doing a partnership with someone as well. I don't know if you can consider that as so. It's in a sense, it's I'm gonna have two personal sponsorships at the beginning of 2014, I believe.
Well, that's
That Jimmy
exciting.
game.
Excellent.
The Jimmy
Yeah.
game.
See, it's anything I do, it's that Jimmy game. So I mean, it goes with everything.
Hashtag blame Charlie.
I know. So ask him about the Charlie game.
Yeah, Charlie. What's good with the Charlie game?
What's the Charlie game? The
Yeah,
Charlie ain't got no game.
that's not what the ladies were saying at MLG.
Yo, I fucking like pray to the airplane gods before I get on a plane every time to put me next to the hot chick, and I'm never there. It's
Never
always
there.
some middle age. It's always some middle-aged man, and the Charlie game just never has a chance.
Yeah. Well, sorry to hear that, Charlie. You can't win them all, right? You can't win
But
them
that's
all.
not true.
What do you mean that's not?
I heard something he told me about a plane.
I don't know
Whatever.
what the fuck you're talking about.
Never mind.
Is
Whatever,
this-
dude.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. So, give me your thoughts about EG right now, Demon. Obviously, their performance at Columbus maybe a little disappointing. Is that the right word? How did they end the round robin? Does anybody remember off the top of their head? Were they 3 and
They're
5?
It's 2 and
2 and
five, I
8.
don't know.
2 and 8. Yeah,
Two
I have it up.
No,
Oh, wait,
they were
no.
2 and
Yeah,
6.
that's not it. That was those were 2 and 6. That's
Was there-
what I meant. Yeah, 2 and 8 didn't make any sense. There were only 8 games. 2 and 6. So yeah, they were 8th. The only team that performed worse than them was Pretty Boy Swag, who went 0 and 8. That's not shots fired. That's just a fact. All right, I got the brackets. You're giggling like
I just
I'm
woke
making
up. I just woke up, man.
So, EG not underperforming. Thoughts about that? What went wrong? I had someone in chat ask, where do you see EG, 3 or 4 months down the line? Thoughts about the current state of their roster?
Oh shit. EG. EG. I don't know. What they're lacking is, I think inexperience speaks for itself. You take in a player like, I mean, but then you see RTZ first LAN wins the whole thing, and then look at MSS. They're different types of players. Like they're both different types of players, and I think it's a fairly inexperienced team. I mean, I was helping them out the most. Like I can, in a sense, like a coach. Well, I tried my best. With the draft, either drafting or like kind of what went wrong, and it's just I think they have a lot of communication issues. It's just when things get really tough for them, they don't have a good early game. They don't have that kind of leader to really. What do we need to do now? What's next? What do we need to do to get back into this game? Everyone becomes silent or mute, and especially during mid game, like Fear playing the carry role, he doesn't really know how to mold this team to the point where they need to do something and make something out of it, because there's so many. I believe the whole team, they're as inexperienced as it gets. Jo was, Fear gave him complete ownership of the team, leader. He's like leader, captain, or whatever, just so Fear can mainly focus and prioritize on his role. And I know like back in the old DG, he didn't really like doing that. He didn't want to be captain just because playing carry and then playing carry and leading the team is nearly an impossible thing to do. So for the most part, I would help him and guide the team, throughout the early and mid stage, and the late game goes on him because he's the carry. That's already either 6 slotted or whatever it is, and he knows what's actually going on the map, what needs to be done, and when this needs to be pushed, everyone follow or whatever. I need to be protected and little things like that. But then I think that's what EG really lacks the most. It's mainly in terms of communication, and I guess to a point inexperience.
Yeah. Would you say it definitely more of like just a communication working well together rather than like a drafting issue or something like that? I actually didn't see too many of their games at MLG Columbus. Have they been doing like crazy drafts that haven't been working out?
This isn't a flame by me. This is a quote by Fear because he did an interview. But this, according to him, the team is limited, and there's not that many playstyles or heroes, I guess, they can play or adapt to, and that's what's causing them to have the struggle that they are.
Okay. What about Melk as the coach? That
He's not a coach. He's playing the manager position in
just manager,
EG, and deals with like I don't know financial stuff or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, I got
a little logistics.
He's listed as coach on the Wikipedia, so I was thinking that maybe some of the stuff you were talking about would fall into under his jurisdiction. But
from the get go, he was just because as he was removed from the team, they wanted to fill in a role for him in EG, and coach was like I guess the only thing at the time, and eventually he's moving up in the world.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I gotcha. Working his way up the EG corporate chain. Okay. Chris, anything you want to throw in here?
I just like so. I mean, I think we've asked this to a lot of pro players. With 6.79 having come in still fairly recently, is there a hero you feel should have kind of made a splash or an appearance but hasn't, or do you feel like teams are starting to get settled? Is there someone new you think people should be drafting that's just getting ignored?
Oh, it's Omni Knight for sure. He's still in balance, but
can't tell if troll or serious.
I'm serious.
You really like Omni Knight?
Yeah, he's clowny and like he's pretty as cheesy as it gets because I'm not sure if he can heal Tombstone as well, but okay. But aside from that, what? No, Omni Knight is sick, dude. It's like push strats, but then like you have his global ultimate that. I don't know if it heals towers as well, but it makes him immune once you get Aghanims.
Yeah. So
I don't know. Like, I think that hero is gonna see the light one day.
Are we gonna see that in Korea? I better fucking see that in Korea then.
Oh man, I'm not playing that shit, dude. And they expect me to carry you when I'm the mid player. My mid is so bad right now. And I'm like, fuck. I'd rather play like carrier, or, like support or something, but they really need a mid player, so I'm like kind of practicing, but I mean I don't really have much time to practice because I have like a lot of cleaning to do and packing laundry and whatnot.
Yeah, Omni Knight, huh? I haven't heard too many others claim Omni Knight to be super strong right now. Part of just because I guess he just takes so much farm and his laning presence is not existent.
I don't know. I just better see a demon Omni Knight.
If I can just follow it up quickly, where do you see him laning? Because I think he's always been a strong hero, but it's hard to lane him somewhere.
I don't know. I don't know entirely, but maybe like either mid or like a safe lane carry. But you wouldn't really necessarily carry with him. It's just for him to get levels. And then once your strat pulls through, you just I don't know. I see him more as in a push strat, annoying push strat.
Okay.
Or even like you can say sometime, or you can use him as a support, I believe as well, where. Depending on the lineup, like, you know, your carry farms the Lincolns and you repel them, then what can you do about that?
Yeah, that is definitely a nasty combo. Are you picturing, like, what kind of an item build are you looking at? Like a solo safe lane farming Omni? Are we, like, looking support kind of mech into Augs, or
something like that? Like, you know, like an arcane mech to Ags, or just arcane.
You're forgetting the Midas.
Midas?
Oh, the Midas is... Yeah, Midas.
Midas for good
Midas
measure.
Knight.
I don't know. I'm kind of
bonus XP.
I don't know. I'm not that big of a fan of Midas. Sometimes I am, but I don't know. Not for Omni. Just do it arcane.
I'm gonna subscribe to your stream just because you said I'm not that big of a fan of Midas. Thank you so much.
Hey, you might win my cool giveaway that I do.
Hell yeah, man! I'm in.
Yeah. Steel Series keyboard, brand new.
What about Rexar? Since we're talking about heroes right here, how do you like the Beastmaster right now? Is he a viable pick in competitive?
Oh yeah, that dude too. Yeah, he's definitely viable. I was playing him like the other day. I think he's still pretty sick. Hawk Vision, Kobe's. I mean, I like that new buff on him where when you make summons now, you either choose the Hawk or you choose the Boar, like one or the other. And Just so you know, normally when you summon your units, like people kill the hawk right off the bat, but now you can just run into fog, use it so they don't know when you're actually summoning it, hide it, and it gives great map vision and easy. I don't know because it never worked in Dota 1, but in Dota 2, of course, I know everyone's seen it by now, which is when you send out your hawk, you're not allowed to TP on your own units, only your allies, but in Dota 2 you're actually allowed to. So I mean, I think that's a pretty unique, cool trick, and it sets up really cool games. I'm pretty sure you'll see that hero, me playing that hero in Korea. So
Yeah. I'm a fan of the Beastmaster. I think he definitely worked in some niche lineups, and it's sad that really, I mean, I can't remember the last time we saw him. I wonder what his stats are following 6.79, because I really don't think he's been picked up all that much. Let's see here. All right, he's got about a 60% win rate since 6.79. He's been in 42 matches, 25 and 17. So statistics would point to Beastmaster actually being pretty legit based on that win rate.
he's legit.
Yeah, I see Bulba picking him up quite a
Bulba.
bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the Bulba.
It's all Bulba.
That aura and push strats, man.
Yeah.
Pretty darn strong. People forget about it sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't think they forget. He's insanely boring as a hero. I hate it. Can't stand playing him. But I mean, like, if I'm actually really into the zone and I play him, I think it's like, for myself personally, I think it's an easy win just about every game if I played him seriously and practice with him.
All
Because
right, wow.
I
Big
do
words,
believe
man.
he's one of the most imbalanced hero.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing him in Korea then. Beastmaster Omni Knight strat. I'm excited.
Oh,
now.
I don't know. I don't know about that Omni, but I'll try my best with the Beastmaster to see, because I don't know, like my Korean team, I don't know what they play, who they are. I don't know. I think they're limited. That's all. And as I said, Heen is good, and the other two are kind of like Korean level. I mean, like, Korean level can only get so far. It's not really it's like a subtle flame right there, but it's just yeah.
All right. So
Alliance versus Liquid.
yeah,
It's starting right now. What are your predictions?
Ah shit, dude. What is it? A best of 5 or best of 3?
Best of 5.
Dude,
Wait,
it's five.
it's a 5.
It is 5 actually. Yeah, it
It's
is
best of
5.
5.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
All right, I say. It's biased. This is gonna be pretty biased. I love Liquid. I want them to be two top 3s. So I'll say 3-1 for Liquid.
3-1 Liquid. All right. Well, we'll see. A best of 5. It's on live on the Dream League stream right now, guys. So that's where you should definitely be heading here as we wrap up this interview. DeMoN, I think that's pretty much everything. Everything we have. Do you? There's a couple people are asking me about your thoughts here, and I don't want to go into it in too much detail. But any thoughts or quick comments about the whole speed gaming Marco drama as sort of a third-party observer?
Oh man, this is gonna be a big flame. Whatever. Well, the day I met him, when I first saw him, I already knew he was shady. I called it out. I knew it. I knew it, man.
predicted that
There's
one.
no doubt in my mind. Once I laid my eyes on him, it's just funny because I read him like a book. It's just like that, man. That's yeah.
I
That-
can't
that's-
confirm.
that's-
Demon
that-
did tell me this.
Yeah, that's that.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
confirm
like, it's
DeMoN
just-
has
it's
a
just-
sixth sense.
No, it's just I know when people are shady. Generally my instincts aren't wrong.
Yeah.
It's like I know who to work with. Like, it's just like any other organization or sponsor. It's just like, like I don't know. These guys seem too sketchy, so I don't want to work. Like shady sponsors. They're out there. Oh, I mean that wasn't directly to Mark, but just in general, like
Yeah.
how they can accommodate and they can't fulfill the needs of the sponsor as a sponsor, and it's just I don't know. I've been screwed over a few times in Dota as well, with bad sponsors. So yeah,
All right.
good luck. Best of luck to them still.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right, DeMoN, we do really appreciate you making some time for us, my friend. Any shout-outs, closing words? The floor is yours.
Shout out to my boy Charlie.
The Charlie game.
That Charlie
game. Great manager while it lasted back in Dignitas. Best I've ever had and worked with actually. So thanks for that, Charlie.
Aw.
Good guy.
Jimmy, I'm gonna miss you.
Oh man, shut up, man. Whatever, dude. It's an inside joke, but but yeah. Other than that, I'd like to thank all my beautiful fans that continued supporting me through thick and thin. Through my worst and through my best. So I hope they continue supporting me in this adventure that I'm gonna go through to Korea. But other than that, follow me on Twitter and Facebook and all my the rest of my social media at DotaDemon. Instagram, jhood909.
Jhood 909. Oh man.
I don't know. Well, what's so funny?
I
Is
don't
that
know. Just
Yori?
everything is Dota Demon, and then just Jhood. What was it? What were the numbers? 808.
909, dude.
909. Fuck.
It's my area code.
Oh, okay. All right. 909.
He's repping his hood.
Damn. Yeah. That's seriously. That's a legit area code. Damn. I'm 609 on my phone, so we're close, but not. So, all right, that wraps it up. Monday, things will resume back to normal here. This was a mixed Thanksgiving madness, but next episode of the morning show, episode 16, will, of course, be Monday, bright and early, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard, December 2nd. What was that?
Huh?
Demon Army.
Demon Army.
Yeah.
Hashtag Demon Army. Hashtag for every episode. Today is Demon Army. But we will be back. Keep in mind, guys, when Starladder's going on, we will be starting episodes a little bit early because I have to scoot out early to set up the BTS stream. So we may be rolling by like 9:45 instead of 10. But alas, we will have regular Dota Radio morning show schedule resuming. Make sure you guys check out Dream League again. Alliance versus Liquid facing off right now in a best of 5. So I recommend you go check that out. But until next time, folks, be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other. We'll see you on Monday for the next episode of the Dota Radio Morning Show.
YOLO.